After our close encounter at cargo ship, we realised there was another Chinook crate at water treatment, so we gave it a shot. While I hadn't been able to confirm my kill, CND had better news, and had managed to take on an AK guy and get his kit plus 2 AKs.
Come on.
And with that, we logged off for the night. While fully expecting our old main base to get raided overnight by the clan, we were certain that our 2x1 would not be targeted. However, we returned the next morning to find that neither of our bases had been raided, so we moved all the loot back into our main base. With some weird timing, in the few minutes that we'd gone to collect our loot from the other base, the metal around the tool cupboard had decayed. Fortunately, no one had found it yet, and all of the remaining loot from the day before was still there. After a couple of really close plays, we decided it was time to go on a bit of a roam. We were beginning to run out of cloth, so we did a quick run to Satellite Dish to recycle some sewing kits. While fighting the roof camper from the day before, we heard satchels. CND wanted to stay behind and try and take the AK off the roof camper, but I decided to go straight for the raid since I had better cover anyway. The base that they had been raiding was absolutely loaded. Multiple AKs, boxes of components, and they hadn't even finished the raid. Clearly they'd run out of explosives halfway through. We did our best to grab the best items from the raid, but we were a long way from home, so we left some sleeping bags with stashes and kits behind, as we knew that they'd be back to finish the raid later on. After quickly dropping off the items in base, I F1 killed and respawned back in the bag. Unfortunately, CND was finished by the incense rounds, so it was down to me to hold the raid until his bag timer was finished. CND had returned, and luckily I had plenty of guns spare. Unfortunately, CND was then killed by a grub with a water pipe. It was now time to finally get out of here.
Yo, what up?
After the successful counter raid and then the extra guns we got from the cleanup, we were now absolutely loaded, with multiple AKs, bolt rifles and explosives. And at that point, we heard the sound to cargo. It was time for another go.